Good morning, I'm McKenzie Nelson.
That's right, and we're going to be here until 7 o'clock tonight. We're here asking you to stop by, come say hello to us, and bring non-perishable food items and canned goods for our 'Tis the Season food drive. Keeping your gas tank full is just one easy way to make sure you're ready to leave town at a moment's notice. More than 260 Dutch Bros locations in 7 different states. They're drinking coffee so they can dish out a donation for ALS this morning. You said it's a competition between you and the other guys here cooking next to us. I mean, how do you get people to come to your grill as opposed to this guy right here? Where you can see behind me, crews continue to work around the clock here at Lake Oroville. I'm just at the beginning of West Sacramento Avenue where the flooding has occurred, and I'm already ankle deep. Crews are already hard at work this morning. Now you can see behind me that bulldozers are picking up and moving rocks. People are planning to celebrate a season full of accomplishments for the Pleasant Valley High School football team, and that includes their 4A state championship win that they just took. PG&E crews, they are busy this morning. They're trying to restore power for many people throughout the state. Now take a look at this map. This is on the PG&E website, and as you can see, there are power outages all over the state of California. The mudslide happened late Tuesday night on Oro-Quincy Highway near Berry Creek Road, causing issues for many drivers.
I got home about 8:30. I guess this happened about 9:30, so I squeaked by.
The area is located just past Highway 162 near Berry Creek. Butte County crews were on scene working to clear the blocked roadway.
This is a pretty significant slide here, so it's definitely going to take a while to clean up.
Officials expect it will take most of the day to clear all of the mud and debris.
People have to remember that this is not the only road affected in Butte County. There's many roads that are having issues right now.
When crews arrived on scene, they say 3 cars were stuck in the mud that you can see right here. Now officials are telling drivers to not attempt to drive through this.
So the mud's all the way across the road. It's approximately 4 feet high at the top, and it's impassable. If you drove up to it, you would know right away that you wouldn't be able to drive through it.
Officials say there is no way in or out of the blocked area.
The only thing I can say for the residents up here is just hunker down and just be patient.
Yeah, we'll survive up here. We're all survivors.
Crews are working to move over 100 yards of mud from the roadway. They're asking that you steer clear of this area and allow crews to get the job done as quickly as possible.
The road will be open as soon as possible. They understand the urgency of it. Everybody understands the urgency of it, so let county roads do their job.
In Butte County, I'm McKenzie Nelson, Action News Now.
I woke up around 4 in the morning because I heard something outside, and there were 2 guys getting into the basement, and then I woke up again hearing this creaking noise, thinking it was something in our apartment, and I saw flames in the basement.
Just after 6 o'clock Friday morning, Chico Fire responded to reports of a house fire just 7 blocks away from the Chico State campus.
You could see the bright lights in the basement.
Crews arrived within 3 minutes of the initial 911 call, and the home was already engulfed in flames.
The building is very fragile. We've already had partial roof collapse. One of the walls is ready to collapse, so we have not been able to get into the building to do a primary search.
Officials say the home has been unoccupied for decades.
We have retirees who said that it's been vacant since they were working here.
The fire department says the home had no electricity and believe it was human caused.
We don't know if it was intentional or accidental, but the fact that it was a vacant building, no one should have been in there. It was posted no trespassing.
Kelso says the home must be made safe.
We have way too many residents in the neighborhood. If a wall collapses out during the day and gets someone, that's unacceptable.
The property owner and the building department will now be responsible for coming up with a plan to do so. For the past 16 years, Ronnie Campbell has dedicated her time to something she never considered doing before moving to Chico.
To be honest with you, I've always worked, so I'd never even thought about volunteering.
She's been volunteering at Enloe Medical Center since 2000, and she recently received a national award for her hard work.
She's an amazing volunteer. She is a go-getter and is able to really get people to where they need to be and the resources they need.
Ronnie was honored by Points of Light, the world's largest organization dedicated to volunteer service. Those who work alongside her say she is more than deserving.
Definitely. Out of any volunteer, top of mind would be Ronnie. She is an exceptional volunteer. We are so lucky to have her here at the hospital.
Over the years, Ronnie has been credited with recruiting dozens of new Enloe volunteers. She says it's her excitement that draws people in.
I find out from friends what their likes are, what they're interested in, and inevitably I have a program for them at the hospital. So it really is, it's a very easy sell.
She was also instrumental in starting the medical center's Patient Ambassador program, which provides visitation and advocacy to patients.
When I was patient ambassador, I would say it was like a 50-50 of helping family members getting through what they were going through, even if it was just a cup of coffee.
Before volunteering at Enloe, Ronnie had never worked in a hospital setting before. So after nearly 2 decades, we had to ask, what keeps her coming back?
I think it's just a connection with people, whether it be family or patients, speaking to people. I think really it's just helping. I really enjoy being able to assist in any way.
Making the stay at Enloe Medical Center a little easier is what makes Ronnie Campbell an award-winning volunteer. In Chico, I'm McKenzie Nelson for Action News Now. Today on Action News Now at 5, we have the latest in the officer-involved shooting in Modoc County that left 1 deputy dead. The identity of the man, plus what the governor had to say overnight. Good morning, I'm McKenzie Nelson, and you're watching Action News Now. We'll have the latest news in just a moment, but first, here's Court Klopping with a quick look at your AccuWeather forecast. Authorities say they have stepped up security on Los Angeles County's commuter rail system. This after receiving a report that an attack on the Universal City subway stop is planned for today. Thousands of commuters who travel in and out of Hoboken, New Jersey by train will have to find another way to get to work this morning. A Shasta County family is back on the road this morning after police say their U-Haul was stolen as they were getting ready to move to another state. Chico police are investigating 2 shootings this morning that took place within hours of each other, and police are still not sure whether or not they are gang-related. Meantime, many residents of Beale's neighboring communities were stunned after hearing the news of the deadly U-2 plane crash. Protesters gathered again overnight in El Cajon, California after Tuesday's deadly officer-involved shooting. And we are just learning this morning what the man was holding in his hand as police shot him. New this morning, the California Highway Patrol is investigating a car chase that happened overnight, ending in the death of 1 man. An investigation is underway this morning in Tehama County after a shooting left 1 man dead. According to the sheriff's office, just after 6 yesterday morning, shots were heard at the corner of Mariposa and Gerber Avenues in Gerber. Central Valley High School is scheduled to be back open this morning as authorities continue to investigate a threat made towards the school. It's finally happened. After 108 years of waiting, the Chicago Cubs are finally World Series champs. The Cubs beat the Indians in a dramatic Game 7 in Cleveland to win their first World Series title since 1908. Hillary Clinton heads back to the crucial state of Florida today as the FBI searches through thousands of newly discovered emails, possibly connected to her private server controversy. A man dressed as a teddy bear has been arrested on suspicion of public intoxication and threatening a hotel clerk with a knife in Shasta County. There is no verdict yet in the Patrick Feaster involuntary manslaughter case, which has now been handed over to the jury. Turning now to news here in Northern California, we begin with the latest details in the 4-car crash that left 2 people dead. It happened on Highway 99 just north of Chico. We checked overnight and the identities of the 2 people killed have not yet been released. Today on Action News Now at 5, new overnight, Chico police say they have a suspect in custody who they believe has been flashing several children at stores across Chico. And we're learning more this morning in the shooting death of a Modoc County Sheriff's deputy. The identity of the man who could be charged with capital murder coming up.